About the bedroom poll sacks. I remember being in a meeting 2.5 years before the poll sacks were brought in. I was in this room with about 10 other people, and an old guy got up and he said, "We will have millions that will not be paying this poll tax." I thought he'd lost the plot. I was sitting in the room with 10 other people thinking, he's lost the plot. I'll tell you what, he hadn't lost the plot. It's just that he knew a bit more that was going on than what I did at the time. And he was proven correct. 18 million non-payers of the poll tax. Said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't riots on the streets of London that defeated the poll tax. What it was a mass campaign of non-payments, of unity, of everyone being together. Because the point that's being raised, you see, the working class, it's like an elephant. It's massive. But it's like getting an elephant to go back. That's the other side of the British working class. Try getting the elephant to go back. And what we have to do, what we have to try and do here, and right across the country, instead of having 20 meetings on the same night, and 30 meetings on the same night, try and aim for one meeting on one night and everyone can attend it. The next meeting the next night, another one can attend it. Another meeting the next night, everyone can attend it. And the reason for that, that those people who want to play games of politics or want to get involved in campaigns, right, they can't be sneaking off into other rooms. Oh, I was at another meeting. No. Oh, I was at another meeting. No, you wasn't. You was at this meeting. This meeting. This is where the decision is, you see. And if it's not this meeting, it's the next night, it's the meeting after that, and the meeting after that. Because what we're facing, and I'll be honest with you now, it is a social meltdown. What this government has declared class war on the people. Declared class war. The Labour Party has washed its hands of the working people, turned around and said there's nothing we can do. Well, there is an alternative we can do. And what we can do, we can get ourselves organised like we've been doing. We've been doing it in a small scale, and some of us have been working tough and working long hours. It's all voluntary work. And what we need to do is bring it all together, get it back on the table at CUC to discuss the general strike, calling the general strike, because that's what's needed. But I'd even go further. Now, we want an international general strike right across Europe that should be made. There's an international trade union federation of 167 million members. 167 million members down in tools on one day. It's a very powerful statement of something that can be. But what it does, it gives people the opportunity as well. That young lady who threw herself in front of a train. Make no bones about it, the work that we're doing here. If we could have reached out and reached there and pulled her in, it mightn't have paid their bedroom tax, but it might have saved their life. And that's what we're talking about. It's about saving lives. And we're heading towards a bad situation, a bad place. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, right? If they want to take off us, what they want to take off us. If you know who's robbed you, then you know who's robbed you, and you can stand with your head high. And that's what we want. We don't want people getting robbed in the night. We want a future for our children. We want a future for other generations that are coming through. Because putting aside the economic and the social problems, we've got an ecological problem. And if anyone wants the facts and the figures, then it's all there. It's in front of me. We've got an ecological problem that's facing the planet. The planet will be here. If it carries on the way that we're carrying on, as a race, we will not be here. End of story. So I'd rather go down fighting and standing up and having a go like we've been doing. And that's the way to victory. And if they're either on board supporting the campaigns that we support, of course we support the teachers. We might know all the issues of the teachers, but a teacher or a group of teachers or any group of workers could come along to working class people and explain the issues to them. And in explaining those issues, then people could listen to it and take on board what they're saying. And what's needed is a general strike. That's what should be pushed in all the unions. And like I say, this is what I said to your comrades upstairs, your colleagues in the teaching profession now. All the academics, whether it be in higher education, university education, whether it be nurseries, creches and everything else in between, you should all be coming together, all coming together and deciding what you should do on that question of education, and involve us. We're there with you anyway. We know it. But they're not going to give us it, the press is not going to give us it, the media's not going to give us it, some of the trade unions are not going to give us it. I make no bones about them, care who it is. Any trade union leader, man or woman who stands in the way of what we're trying to organise, say, there's the door, yaki da, well, Sarah, sayonara, Japanese, goodbye, or whatever. So, I'll shut my mouth on, I'll shut up on this, right? I think it's the first meeting, one of the first meetings I've been to where I haven't had someone telling me, can you wind up?
Carry on! More!
What am I going to do? I'll wind myself up and sit down.